In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Books are written and read for the sake of knowledge and information. Dramas are made and watched for the sake of educating people or even entertaining people. Physicians are sitting here and there to treat the patients who come to them, and the patients goes to those people. So here too, the purpose is to help each other and not to get offended, to learn from those you you are watching, you are observing, or even interacting with. We too, as a humans, are always interacting with the people, always interacting with the people. Some of these people might be a positive character, partially positive, partially negative. Considerably positive, considerably negative, overwhelmingly positive, overwhelmingly negative. So, what the wise people do, the wise and the intelligent people, they don't get offended. Even if the person interacting with is not a civilized person, even if the person interacting with is not so well educated and well informed, and not so ethical, not so sincere, but I've seen the people, the magnanimous people, the really wisdom, having people having the wisdom, they are not get offended. They don't get offended. If at all a person comes to them, interacting with them, is a cheater, is a foolish man, they don't get offended. They do try to protect themselves, of course. They don't trust these people. They don't provide them the opportunity to rob, to rob, but they don't get offended. They do try to protect themselves up to an extent, but they don't become overcautious at the same time. Becoming cautious while dealing with a person who is so cunning, street smart, clever, unethical, protecting ourselves from these people, that's important. Once we come to know that this person is not so ethical, it is important to protect ourselves. But at the same time, if we do become overcautious, if we do cut ourselves off from those people, I think it is not going to serve the purpose. We are going to deprive ourselves as well. We are going to deprive ourselves as well from a source of knowledge, from a source of information, from a source of at least an interesting observation. Every character is a unique character. Every human being is a unique human being. Whatever we can learn from this particular person, we might not be able to learn from other people. Every person is having a unique character, a very different mindset. We need to understand them as quickly as possible. And we need to develop the skills to successfully interact with these people. We need to develop the skills to successfully manage those people. The more people we are dealing with, the more manageable they do become. We need to make them manageable people. We need to make them manageable. We need to manage them. We need to learn to handle them successfully. That is only possible if only we don't cut ourselves off from those people. But if at all we do cut ourselves from the people, we will deprive ourselves from the very important source of learning. As I earlier said, that every person, each and every person is a unique person. There is no replacement of him or her. And the people who don't know how to handle and to manage the other people, they people are not going to be a successful person in their life at all. The more we are able to understand, to comprehend, to manage the other people, the more successful we are going to become. Because there is hardly any success which does not which does not need the involvement of other people. There is hardly any type of success which does not involve other people. We are not the scientist, but if at all somebody is, I think depriving ourselves from this extremely useful source of learning, it is going to cost us a lot. It is going to cost us a lot, really. My mentor Tom Hopkins said, there is hardly any success here in this world which does not need the qualities of the leadership. Unless and until you are sure enough that you won't be in need of that, don't miss or skip any opportunity to develop it. Don't miss or skip any opportunity to develop the skills of leadership. Leader is maybe a somewhat complicated word, but if at all we do say that I should be able to learn about the other people, I should be able to manage the other people, I should be able to successfully handle the other people, I think that is something really great. So it is incumbent upon me and you. It is very important for each and every success seeker. It is very important indeed for each and every success seeker that we are observing the people successfully, mean drawing important lessons out of it, being able to understand the people first of all, getting the opportunity to observe the people, getting the opportunity to interact the people, and then knowing whatever we can know from these people. We need to successfully interact and manage every sort of people. We can't hire someone else who will be doing this for us. That is something which we need to do for we ourselves. Nobody is going to take responsibility for this. Our parents are the best well wishers of ours, but even they can't do this duty for us. We need to do it for we ourselves. So let's make sure that I shall not be missing any opportunity to find, to observe the people, to learn from them as much as we can, and above all, to be able to successfully manage and handle those people, which is not possible at all unless and until we emotionlessly observe the people, interact the people, don't hate anyone else, don't get biased against anyone else at all. But if at all we do, and we usually do, the human being usually do, the human being does become selective actually. So I think this being selective, this is not going to serve the purpose at all. It is going to cripple us. We don't have to be get crippled. Rather, we need to become as healthy as possible. We need to become as agile as possible. We need to be as successful as possible in interaction, in our handling and managing of the people. That is only possible. That please don't get emotional and don't get biased at all. Don't get biased at all. Don't hate anyone else at all. Rather, to calm in a calm manner, let's start observing the people. Let's start watching them well, observing them well, interacting them well. Thank you. Jazakallah.